We're going to evaluate the integral of cosine to the 7th of 5x. So the steps are as follows. First, we're going to make a substitution. Let y equal to 5x. dy equals 5 dx. 1/5 dy is going to be dx. And our integral looks like this. 1/5 dy is dx, and then we have cosine to the 7th of y. Because we have a cosine to a not power, the procedure is to separate one of the powers of cosine. So cosine of y is separated from cosine to the 7th, leaving cosine to the 6th of y. We then are going to rewrite that as we have 1/5 times the integral of cosine of y, rewriting cosine to the 6th as cosine squared of y cubed. And using trig identity, cosine squared of y equals to 1 minus sine squared of y. We're going to replace cosine squared with 1 minus sine squared. Now our integral now becomes 1/5 cosine of y times 1 minus sine squared of y cubed. And to expand this requires just the basic formula from algebra, a minus b cubed. You can review that. I'm not going to multiply it here. I'll just provide an answer and you should check it. So 1/5 times the integral of cosine of y, and then 1 minus sine squared y cubed is going to be 1 minus 3 sine squared of y plus 3 sine to the 4th of y minus sine to the 6th of y and dy. So let me rewrite the integral that we have left. The integral we have left is, well, we started with the integral of cosine to the 7th of 5x. After making the substitution y equal to 5x, we ended up with the following integral: 1/5 of integral cosine y times 1 minus 3 sine squared of y plus 3 sine to the 4th of y minus sine to the 6th of y dy. Now let u equal to sine of y. Du is going to be cosine of y dy. And so our integral becomes 1/5 times the integral cosine y dy is going to be du, 1 minus 3u squared plus 3u to the 4th minus u to the 6th du. And so this is 1/5 times the quantity of u minus u cubed plus 3 over 5 u to the 5th minus 1 over 7 u to the 7. Replacing u with sine y and multiplying through by 1/5, we have 1/5 sine of y minus 1/5 sine cubed of y plus 3 over 25 sine to the 5th of y minus 1 over 35 sine to the 7th of y. We can add a c here. The final answer, remember y was 5x. 1/5 times the sine of 5x minus 1/5 sine cubed of 5x plus 3 over 25 times sine to the 5th of 5x minus 1 over 35 sine to the 7th of 5x plus c.